While a tentative ceasefire in Lebanon hangs by a thread, death and destruction in Gaza continue for yet another day. Hamas have threatened to neutralize hostages if Israeli forces attempt to rescue the near 100 people, dead or alive, still being held in Gaza. This statement comes amid a recent threat from President-elect Donald Trump towards Hamas. He ordered the return of all hostages to Israel before his inauguration on the 20th of January. If not, he has promised there will be all hell to pay. Meanwhile, Israeli strikes in the Strip come amid calls from the UN to end the fighting, given the devastation caused to human life.
More than 43,000 Palestinians have been killed and more than 100,000 injured, most of them civilians, women and children. About 100 hostages still remain in captivity. The horror in Gaza must end. Excellencies.
An Israeli strike on a so-called safe zone in Gaza's Al-Mawazi has killed at least 21 people, including 5 children, according to the Nasser hospital director. Amira was near the blast that reportedly hit a camp of displaced Gazans.
لا بقول في طلع يما حريقة في الخيام، وين الخيام كلنا مولعات، ليش؟ طب فيها أطفال يعني، طب كل اللي بروح المدنيين والأطفال، وأرواح الأطفال كلها صغار مدنيين، والله أعلم كيف الخوف والرعب اللي دب في الأطفال وفينا الكبار.
With the humanitarian crisis worsening in Gaza, Amnesty International has accused Israel of genocide in the region. The human rights charity has called out Israel's top leaders.
We looked at the intent as being communicated by officials in the war cabinet, the statement that they made calling for genocidal act, and those very same acts happening shortly thereafter.
Elsewhere in the Middle East, Israel and Hezbollah's truce hangs in the balance after repeated Israeli strikes in Lebanon. This comes despite a ceasefire deal being in place. The IDF claimed the attack was on what it called a launch pad in the Majd al-Zone area. Despite the continued action in Lebanon, US officials remain positive over the ceasefire deal they helped to broker.
Both parties, that is to say Israel and Hezbollah through the Lebanese government, wanted and continue to want the ceasefire.
Hope of wider peace in the region continues to dwindle. For those living in Gaza, nowhere feels safe anymore. Bureau Report, NewsX.